I'm Sajana. I'm mSajana. I'm mSajana.
Welcome! It's nice that you found the play button again, so please enjoy this episode. Last phase, number 8, begins in the year 65 and end of the last brief. It's called integrity versus despair. In the best case, in this stage, there is a full maturity, readiness to accept one's one and unequivocal life cycle as something that had to be and that inevitability did not allow any substitute. In this last phase, therefore, it is a matter of accepting the present life as it was, with all positive and negative experiences and events. This makes it possible to live in peace. Often, this also forms the basic for people to take on leadership roles. If one does not succeed in accepting one's life disgust set it in. This leads to disappointment and dissatisfaction with one's life. The psychological development of a person is most likely to be disrupted if he does not succeed in mastering these crises that arise in their respective phases. That was the last phase presented by Erickson. Let's have a short overview about all 8 phases. Number 1. Trust versus mistrust. First year of life. Basic attitude that pulls the whole life forms. Important step for personality development to get to know the feeling of trust and mistrust. Number 2. Autonomy against shame and doubt. Second, third year of life. Encapsulation and support by new abilities, walk, speaking and stall control, by holding on or letting go. The person learns that it is not a single being. Number 3. Initiative versus guilt. Third, fifth year of life. Through countless questions and trial and error, behavior encourages initiative. Conscience and feelings of guilt develop. Number 4. Sense of work against feeling of inferiority. Sixth year of life until puberty. From this time, the child describe his life lived with. It wants to accomplish something useful. Praise and a sense of achievement help, otherwise their personality can develop a formative negative push such as a sense of inferiority, fear of failure, lack of self-confidence, and fear of certain tasks. Number 5. Identity versus identity diffusion. 13th to 20th years of life. The basis through phase 1 to 4 is elementary. Experiences shows confidence, autonomy, initiative, diligence, physical changes, and novel demands of the environment. Questions of his identity, who am I? References persons, peers, and his role in society. For example, what professional interest does he want to pursue? Identity formation succeeds better if one has as many positive experiences as possible and thus a healthy self-confidence. In case of failure, a stable ego identity cannot develop. Phase 6. Intimacy and solidarity against isolation. 20 to about 45 years. Clarified identity forms the basic for a stable partnership. From this, it is possible to experience intimacy in a couple relationship. If a stable ego identity has not yet been formed, the experience of isolation is still pending. Phase 7. Generosity against self-isolation. 45 to 65 years. Consequence of intimacy is family formation. Great desire to create a secure value for future generation. Feeling present when trust can be built with partners. On the contrary, self-absorption, loneliness is expired. Phase 8. Integrity against despair. 65 years to death. Maturity and readiness to accept his unequivocal life cycle with all its positive and negative experience. This makes it possible to live in peace. Otherwise, a life disgust develops, overshadowed by disappointment and dissatisfaction. In general, the physical development of the human being can be disrupted with high probability if it is not possible to master the crisis appears in the respective phases. My mic is muted until the next episode, where we learn together again. Always remember that parenting doesn't have a second chance. Let's explore the right educational path together, because we reap what we sow. All for Sajana and Sajana for all.
So viele Wälder und Berge, hier spricht die Mutter Natur. Die Leute setzen sich ein, sind alle füreinander da. Wir malen Wände an, künstlerisch und allen macht Spaß. Schon von klein auf lernt man einzigartig zu wohnen. Mit über 100 Nationen, verschiedene Religionen. Hier ist alles vereint und wir lieben Emmerts Grund. Man will das Gegenteil beweisen, doch wer liefert den Grund? Denn Gerüchte gibt es.
I love you, Sajana.